Apple read. I love doing Apple because there's always something to learn with Timmy Cook cooking. So this one actually is pretty exciting flow read because I get to kind of show something that'll really help you trade flow on weekends, right? Or not trade flow on weekends, but read flow on weekends. So you're sitting here. It's Saturday. If you're like me, you're just doing this shit all day. Um, but I've got ask side and bid side on, as you can see here. Just because in this market, dude, you're going to see a lot of different strategies. I know I normally do ask side. I'm slowly growing up out of that. But anyway, so here I'm looking at the action. I'm trying to look for anything interesting, right? We see a lot of multi-leg strategies, obviously. We see a lot of volume greater than open interest, which means that people really want to pile into these positions for Apple. We see it for call buys. We see it for call buys. We see it for call buys again here, part of multi-leg strategy. Those are like, straddles, triangles, calendar spreads, stuff that you or I probably aren't really playing much. But this is why I want to show you something key. So while I'm looking at the flow screen, and I'm saying to myself, okay, I see, look at that. Buying a put, volume greater than open interest. Buying a put, greater than volume greater than open interest. Buying a put, greater than volume for open interest. But it's Saturday, right? Notice these dates. 12-3. 12-3. Guys, my Discord is like, won't stop popping up. I don't know how to stop it. 12-3. 12-3. 12-3. Look at that. 51K 12-3. 51K 12-3. 72K 12-3. Yeah, the only problem, look at this. Another 100K and 12-3 right there. The only fucking problem with that is that it's 12-4. On weekends and on Fridays, you've always got to take that out. I know a lot of people forget it. Take out that Friday's expiration. Otherwise, your reads, you're on some like Doc Brown shit. You're looking in the past. It just doesn't matter. Now we have more clear picture of what's going on. So I'm looking to see first if there's anything on the closer expirations. Like we got some 12/23s here in the last half hour of the day, which is another good thing to note. I filter my premium range so I can see really what's happening in the last half hour to hour of the day. I wouldn't recommend that for every play. The reason I do that is because I trade a lot of momentum, right? Day trades in and out, quick swings. I'm just looking for where things are going. Right, so we got our filter on. Honestly, what I'm seeing is a lot of stuff that, beyond December, a lot of stuff in February, a lot of stuff in January that says to me that this isn't, people aren't rushing into this Apple trade right now thinking that it's going to be another 170 run like last time. People are scared in this market, and rightfully so. So let's look at that 50-50. So in other words, Apple is wavering. People don't really know. What I do like seeing is, and you always got to look at your expirations and strikes, because look at this. You see that at the money down here, 160 is important to people. And you see up here, that 12/23, that Christmas Eve expiration is seeing a lot of action, interestingly, after the monthly. So these are the little nuances you want to watch for. So if I'm thinking of going into Apple, if I like it on the technicals, I'm thinking, give it some time. People aren't trying to rush into here, which I know is not something I do often. So that's how you really know it's important. So after I go there, I'm going to go to chart, see if there's a trigger for entry. Remember how we do it. We look at daily support and resistance. If there's no daily, then we look at the 4 hour. And then on the 1 hour is where we create our trigger. Now look at this. These plays make it difficult because Apple went on a fucking rocket, and then we had a drop, and then a lift, and then a drop. This market, this chop, makes it extremely hard to get these reads because you're getting these huge candles. There's no support and resistance up there because it's like uncharted territory. You're at all-time highs right here, 170, right? You're at all-time highs. You don't know what the fuck's going on right beneath it. You don't have key levels. I mean, you can kind of like ballpark it with these, but that's not a good way to trade because triggers are precise science. So the next thing I'm going to do when I don't see daily is I'm going to go to the 4 hour, kind of cheat a little bit, see if I can make, heads or tails of anything. Same situation. Even in all this chop, we didn't produce any real support and resistance levels. We got like if we wanted to really make one, we got one right here. We got, hey, look at this shit. There's like nothing going on. There's probably a couple I would catch if I was actually gonna like spend the time right now, but that's not something we have the luxury of doing. So we don't see much support and resistance, right? So we're gonna make a clean price action trigger here. I swear I feel like Bob Ross right now, that painter guy. So we're gonna make a clean price action trigger here. All right. So I remember price action triggers, the full video, I made like a 20-minute video that's coming tomorrow. So I'm just gonna kind of give you the gist of it for now. We're looking for trends and breaks in those trends that mean a breakout, or we're looking for gaps in the price action that give us free room to run. The analogy I use in the video coming tomorrow is like chess, right? Like you want to move your pieces across from here, the bottom Wendy's, up to there, tendies, and in the way you've got all these little pawns, right, from the other side. And how we move is with gaps, with large candles. So you might be tempted to say to yourself, here's the top of the price action, right? Or here's where our current price action is. Here's where our current price is. So your first thought might be this gap, right? Looks nice, but no, because we've got to make it through all this price action before it. So even though that would have been a tasty gap, it's been ruined by current price action. And what I mean is, got to make it through all this, bud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels of support and resistance. So this area is obviously important. If you can't make it through there, you're not going to get to the gap, so it doesn't matter. So unfortunately, even though Apple is a ticker I really like and I really want to play right now, do you see why? And we'll even do a little trend line here for the breakout. Do you see why our trigger for Apple actually is now back at all-time highs for 170? Because you've got this level of support and resistance on the hourly, right? You've got this level, right? You've got this level. You've got this level. You've got this level. You've got these right here reversing. You've got these right here reversing. You got these right here reversing. Price action triggers are all about avoiding clutter. We've got so much clutter right here above Apple. Look at that. Look at all these different points. So if you're trying to make a trade for Apple right now, you're doing like the quickest day trades ever, right? Because look at all these places of clutter. You're thinking, I got to get in between 161.64 and 162.2, 163.8, 163.4, 165.4, 166. Like, it's crazy. It's just, it's a crazy way to try to trade. You're not going to get very far. I mean, you might get lucky and catch a run, but consistency is everything in this game is what we're learning, right? You're not going to have anything consistent. So for me, the Apple trigger is back here at all-time highs, 170.3. But we saw how it was moving before, and then the put trigger, just to view on it, 157.79. A little reminder of why. If you look at the past week or two, right, Friday, Sunday. Ooh, actually, I'm going to move this down here. This is why we got to zoom out. You're always looking at the past week, 2 weeks, to figure out what's going on. So this is like Friday. This is the previous Friday right here, right? Just looking for any signs in the price action. So that's another thing. Look at this level right here. You've got so much shit to get through right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. And look at that. That goes right across. You see what I'm saying? These barriers, this shitty price action, is right above, this blue line is right above where our price action is now. So you've got a gauntlet ahead of you. It's cluttered. We hate clutter. We love clean. So up here, past all-time highs, the first place we get clean action. Here, below this put trigger, is the first place in the past 2 weeks. We get second price action. So right now, Apple is a patience game. Love the stock. Think it'll be able to get there in no time if the market turns around. But right now, you're closer to puts than you are to calls. So that's that.